are live.
Hello, everybody.
Live. Yeah. Hello, all.
Hello, everybody.
How are you doing? Good to see you on this lovely day.
Doing some forward planning out our schedule for the rest of the year.
All right.
There's only one.
You should put that in like a document, not a calendar.
Program.
That calendar it doesn't let me see. I'll do it. You do this.
It doesn't let you
and I will adapt this to a doc.
It doesn't let you see what?
Just the way I view it makes it easier if it's all like in sort of like on a doc instead of like sprawled out on a calendar like that.
Okay.
This is fine. I'm not,
Yeah.
Good. Why are we're so contrasty? I feel like the whole XSplit thing is falling apart.
Could be. Are we not streaming to our channel? Just uploading the recording.
No, we'll stream to the channel, see if
Okay.
it works. Wouldn't work, we'll do what we did yesterday. You guys decorate your house for the Christmas. We did our tree freaking before even Thanksgiving. That was Summer. Summer's my cheerful one. She's the one who's full of holiday cheer. She always wants to be doing cool stuff. And so she was like, can we just put the tree up? I was like, yeah. And then one day, like, she was just putting it up, and I was like, okay, you're old enough to do that now, so let me go help you.
My wife's done some decorating. We were thinking about going and cutting down a tree. At a farm, not just out in nature. I wouldn't cut down a tree just at a forest or something, but at a Christmas tree farm.
Yeah. I don't want a real tree in my house.
That's not my preference either.
Yeah.
But
It's like a big fucking mess.
yeah, it is a mess.
Yeah. I've got my shit from Sears a year ago.
Yeah, I know. I've had
with that.
I've had a fake tree before. There's pros and cons to each.
Yes, Brock, my mind was blown. Same as Hilton's. Thank you.
Oh,
Daniel
I saw
Morris.
that. That was weird.
It's kind of weird, huh?
I mean, obviously, it looks like it was they just reversed the footage, but the cameraman in the background, he's not moving in reverse.
And if the
other players aren't moving
and if you think about it, none of it doesn't make sense for even that guy to be going in reverse beyond simply him coming from the ground and going up. Like, otherwise, why would he be walking backwards and then turn around and do that? It makes any sense.
Doesn't make any sense.
Good job, Becky Lynch's teddy bear.
Got the year off work.
Maybe the rest of the year off work.
Oh.
Still, that's a month.
Yeah, I know. What?
Just trying to figure out why it'd be so contrasty.
I mean, it looks better than it has.
I'm fine with it if you're fine with it. Look, man, I like looking like we're an indie film on 16 millimeter from.
That's not a huge issue.
But the thing is not. Oh, aesthetically, I don't find it pleasing. I don't have control over
beguiling.
it.
I understand that. That would vex me too.
Yeah.
Are you in the wood right now?
No, because I blame myself. Like, I need to take some time at night and like figure it out. But sometimes that whole damn rig just
seems to have a mind of its own.
It kind of does. Which, I mean, on one hand, I kind of appreciate. Let it be free. Let it do what it wants to do for a little bit here and there.
Well, I don't know if that's necessarily what the nature of your relationship with your PC should be.
Yeah.
With a computing machine such as that, you want a certain amount of reliability.
Reliability? Yeah, I know.
Excuse me. Did you end up watching the Pete Dunne Gargano match?
I didn't.
Didn't either.
Okay, good. I'm glad. You cannot judge me. You not judge me now.
Wouldn't have judged you anyways. Yes, there's a Hell in the Cell match for the H title today, starting at 3 o'clock, roughly. All new equipment for the office space. I wish.
No, but we have like what it might have you do is bring your DSLR to the office space because I still want to do that for the news set.
Yeah.
If we get the new place that we just found, then we'll have room for all the sets.
I know, but it'd be preferable to not have to change things over or minimize it. You know what I mean?
Wait, what now?
You know, for like daily, we have to move tables and cameras and lights.
Oh, that's what I don't want to do.
Yeah, I don't want to do that either.
No, I know. No, I agree. I mean, this can stay our podcast set. I mean, and then we can get you maybe like a cheap new news desk.
Yeah.
Because that's the news desk stuff right there.
Yeah.
Gotta have that.
I have a TV at home I could bring over. I'm just trying to think. I have like a TV stand with shelves.
Oh, TVs we're fine on because that's going with us.
Oh, okay. We don't need that many then.
But here's the thing. We can have a bunch. Here's the thing also, though, is that now when we
Hi, Karen.
Hi, Karen. We'll have plenty of room for our pay-per-view live streaming setup. That could be a setup. And I'm thinking like we can also maybe
with those 3 or 4 different setups. That means we're going to have to move lights.
We're going to have to move lights.
Yes. Because the lights won't be the same place for us sitting on a couch versus sitting at the 2 sections versus. I mean, it's not a massive deal, but just minimize that as much as possible. We're on the same page as that, but just trying to going into the office. Finding the best way to lay everything out to minimize.
You're going to be a headache, aren't you? You're going to be a headache.
I think I'm just trying to plan ahead a little bit. It's not a headache.
You're going to be a headache.
All right.
Just a total massive bummer.
So, Karen, I talked to my wife about the ginger syrup. I'm just going to change the subject, so I don't want to talk about this now. She doesn't really have a recipe. I think she found one online at one point and just kind of improvised from there. What she said last night is you get water, sugar, and a bunch of ginger, and you boil it all together. So you're essentially making a ginger-flavored simple syrup. That was my understanding. You take that, you boil it down to a syrup, and then you strain it to get the chunks of ginger out. I don't know the proportions, but I'll ask her again. Hopefully this weekend I can have her kind of write something down or have her find the recipe she used to use. But at its basics, that's what it is. Mm-hmm. It's a simple syrup, ginger infused.
Interesting.
And it's awesome.
James Rodriguez wants to know if we get an office, what do I plan to do with the new space, with this space here in the home? I am relinquishing it. It is being annexed over to my my lovely wife, Lacey, and my child. So half of it, where we're sitting now, will probably be Alabama's room.
Okay.
But then where the couch is right there and beyond, so she's going to get like some a heavy cubby thing like you'd see in a preschool or a school of some sort. Mm-hmm. And divide the room essentially.
Kind of make like a half wall?
Yeah, kind of. Just out of some furniture. And then her sewing area is going to be on the other side.
Gotcha.
So that's gonna be empty now, the sunroom, which is I want it to be empty.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. I need to find like a little space of my own in case I want to like...
I mean, this is the space of your own right now.
What's that?
This is the space of your own now. So when this leaves, you still need space of your own at your own home.
I still need at least a little bit of space. Like, how often do you use your home office?
Hardly at all.
Hardly at all, right? Yeah. So I have my laptop, and now, I mean, honestly, the couch with the 70-inch TV, that's kind of my new office away from home office.
Yeah.
I might, although I probably won't, I might have to get a better laptop.
Yeah.
Although I have this 128, honestly, just for speed also. This is kind of slow when it comes to processing like an entire podcast.
Yeah. Karen, the ginger aspect, I don't know exactly. I would think if you like your ginger syrup spicy, add more. If you want it mild, add less. But what I used to do is take the ginger syrup, mix that with some fizzy water, some sparkling water. And again, depends on how intense you want your ginger flavor. This also answers Alex C. question because he wants to know if you can mix it with whiskey. And that's what I used to do. I used to put, if you take like a pint glass, ice, halfway up, I used to put about that much ginger syrup in it, a shot of whiskey, and then fill the rest up with sparkling water. And it was awesome.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, maybe we'll do that for it. You know, it'd be cool. Somebody said here, Steve's going to be so grumpy because I'll have to be leaving home. I honestly don't think I will be. I'm going to love having a new office, especially if it's like the one that we're looking at. Big ass place like that.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I'll be there all the freaking time.
Karen says, "What about the garage for your private space?"
The garage is a mess. We're actually after Christmas, like at the beginning of the new year, we're literally going to get a dumpster We're going to rent a dumpster.
Can I bring some stuff over?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Because it's going to be a dumpster. And I'm hoping that, but yeah, we're emptying out that garage. We're going to do a garage sale and a dumpster. And we're just going to dump it all in there. And then maybe, but I kind of want to make that like a gym type situation.
Well, that can be your
gym slash, yeah, but I don't really.
Sanctuary.
Yeah. I mean, if for it really to be my sanctuary, I need to insulate the thing. Like I'd have to retrofit it basically, or I'd have to pay somebody to do it. Yeah. I don't know. But I've got that little dry bar over there that I use right now for the shipping station. I'm going to move the shipping station to the new office, and then that could be my little area. My garage contents are garbage.
Hey, Jack Dolan. That's not my guitar. Whose guitar is that?
That's Summer Bear's.
He suggested the guitar is the first thing that goes in the dumpster.
I was Snapchatting with Talia earlier today because she like busted up her ankle during practice. She's pretty good at basketball. I went to her game, yeah. But I know like last season she was whatever. But I went to her game this past weekend or last weekend, and only her first high school game. She's a baller.
Yeah,
I was freaking impressed. She hits the wing. Oh, and I remember I told you.
Yeah.
Because she'll hit a mid-range, and her coach was like, Monica, because she goes by Monica there. Monica, get over here. Take a step back and hit the three. And I'm like, get out of here, coach.
Analytically, that's correct basketball.
You take what you can get. She can drain it from that spot. No guarantee she steps back. She's not Reggie Miller.
Percentages are roughly the same if you take a large enough sample size from a shot right at the three-point line to a shot inside. Take the shot that's worth the extra point. If your percentages are the same. That's why, analytically, that's why it's correct basketball.
Whatever. She's draining that mid-range. I go by what Michael Jordan said. You need the mid-range jumper.
Yeah, it's just not how basketball is played now. Because it's the most inefficient shot.
Well, they don't do 3-and-D in high school. Well, not in girls' high school at this point. Although she is their designated 3-point. She is the shoot. She is the 2, I guess. Anyways, she's a good little player, though. So no, her and then her boyfriend apparently broke up with her yesterday. So that's like a bummer situation. I personally think she's too young to be dating anyways. That pisses me off, but whatever. So I Snapchatted her. I was like, what are you doing? I'll send her a picture of me picking my nose. And she was like in class, like sending me pictures. And then she gets up next to Summer, and Summer's trying to do her work on some iPad.
Yeah.
And Talia takes a Snapchat of her going, hey, what are you doing? And starts Summer's all pissed off. I don't know. I just think it's cute. They're both in there. They're both like freaking high schoolers now.
Mid-range jumpers rule. It is a lost art.
Did either of you play any sports in your younger days? That's my regret, man. I wish that I didn't try out for basketball in high school.
I played Little League. I wish I'd played baseball in junior high. I could have played junior high league.
I played everything in, not football, but I played soccer when I was in England.
Yeah, I played soccer.
Basketball and baseball.
I actually found greater athletic success after I was an adult because I played several years of baseball, both in Los Angeles and here. Played some indoor soccer a little bit. Dead End Kids, of course, our rec league basketball team.
I wish we could bring that back. Steve, what do you think is the earliest age women, I'm going to say anybody, should start dating? Well, now that I have like kids and they're like all freaking grown, I'm like 21. Drinking age. Once you're drinking age, you can start socializing.
All right.
That's not realistic, though. I don't know. Not 14. 14's too young. I don't like it. I know. There at the bottom, I could have had handles like Stan Van.
Oh, man. I don't know if anybody has handles like Stan Van, save for Kyrie Irving.
Or the Professor.
Oh, yeah, the Professor. Yeah, sorry. Sorry, Professor.
I auditioned for the basketball club. Will you guys be getting a projector for the new office?
No.
Nah, we'll roll with what we have.
Plenty of large TVs.
I don't think we're going to have... your light situation, we don't have to move lights. We get more lights.
No, or that.
Because these... I mean, I'm not... I don't like to waste money. These are $50.
Yeah.
Like for a set of 3. For this, and then the smaller stand over there.
All right.
So you get 3 lights for $50.
Yeah, that's not bad. I have a bunch of daylight timed bulbs in my garage.
Yeah, I want to bring those over because I want to try them out. I've got some, but I don't know what the lumen is. I don't know how bright they are. So I want to try those and see if it helps our color timing at all. Because sometimes I just feel like, I don't know, it could be truer.
Oh, I might need to go get a coffee before we do the rest of our stuff today. I woke up at like 4 o'clock this morning.
What do we have? We have Count Out, and we got
Stream.
We have Stream.
Bad Wrestling.
Bad Wrestling.
We got a packed show of Bad Wrestling today too.
Yeah, huge episode.
It's determine the first Tornado Tag Champs. Sam Slippers takes on a new opponent in the never overweight.
Sam Slippers today.
Challenge, plus the huge main event for the H title. It's a packed show. It's a pay-per-view quality show.
Have you noticed the Sam Slippers?
Mm-hmm.
I think Gustavo made that for us.
Do you set the white balance on your cameras before every video? No. There's not a whole lot of daylight that seeps in here, and we use the same bulb. So
these are 3,000K
Any
bulbs.
difference between episode to episode? Well, there's two. All right now, pretty much just one variable, and that's whatever Steve's computer decides to do.
That is the biggest variable.
If it's a show that's not edited, like most of these podcasts, we don't edit. Otherwise, like Count Out is cut, so we adjust the color timing in there, and that can change depending on who cuts it. Although we've tried to make that a little more regular.
Speaking of which, I'm digging this. It's just really freaking hot.
Does Office Space have its own bathroom or communal bathroom? Don't know yet.
It has to have a bathroom.
You would think so. Oh, this is a great question. Do you guys prefer crunchy or smooth peanut butter on your peanut butter and jelly?
Smooth. Absolutely smooth.
Usually smooth, but Trader Joe's used to make this awesome crunchy almond butter. It was so good that they just stopped making it. But it was so good. I don't know why you get so upset. I've never liked peanut butter.
I'm not upset.
You talk to me like an imbecile when I say I don't really care for peanut butter that much.
Oh, does it hurt your feelings?
No, because I don't care.
I'm sorry. I need to be more positive.
Or you think I'm just being a contrarian, and that's not the case.
Yes, it's.
No, I've never
Listen,
been
man.
peanut butter. I've never liked peanut
butter
butter
cookies.
cookies.
It's in your nature to be a contrarian.
No, it's not.
Look, it's not a bad thing. It's just
It's
kind of an
also not the
annoying
case.
thing.
It's also not the case.
You're kind of a contrarian, man.
Not really.
Sometimes.
Not for the sake of. No, I'm not.
Sometimes. I think you just want to be counter.
No.
A little bit.
I just like what I like. I like almonds more than peanuts across the board.
That's fine. I don't think that you're an imbecile. I hope you understand
You kind
that.
of treat me like I am, though.
I do not. Sometimes you treat me like it.
Nah.
You do. I need to be more positive, though. Sometimes I feel like I'm too rough on you on the show. Like in real life, I'm not. But sometimes I feel more comfortable saying things to you in character. It's a weird dynamic we have.
It should be the other way around.
It's such a weird dynamic. Do you think if we're together 19 years doing this, like Mike and Mike, do you think we're going to hate each other like they do? Did you watch their sign-off? They couldn't even act like they liked each other.
I heard.
Yeah. Like,
what was their partnership forged by an actual friendship, or they just put together?
I would imagine they were put together, but
Yeah.
I'm almost positive that they
were
had
at least-
an actual friendship.
They were at least friendly at one point.
I believe so. Dude, you can't do that for 19 years with somebody you hate.
I know, but also spending nearly every day for 19 years with another person is hard.
Yeah.
So, I mean, people
With
just
the
grow tired of each other.
With
It
the
happens.
stroke they had, after 10 years, if they legitimately didn't like each other, they could have gotten out of it and it's been fine.
Yeah. Wasn't Greenberg more or less just pushed out to another show? That was my understanding.
I didn't understand. So who's the traditionally skinnier one?
Greenberg.
That's Greenberg. He was the one being pushed out?
I think so.
I always viewed it as like a promotion for him.
That might have been how they were.
And then Greenberg got to keep the show.
No, Golick got to keep the show.
I'm sorry. Golick got to keep the show and populate it with like his son or something.
His son's on it, and then Trey Wingo
from
NFL Countdown or one of the football shows is his co-host.
But I don't know. I honestly don't know.
I don't know. I haven't really.
I never
the story
understood
that
what was better.
I've kind of heard little bits of things. So my understanding is that Greenberg's not on the radio anymore. It's only Golick now. They have their morning commute time slot.
Mm-hmm.
Golick and Wingo.
Official Fahad, which one do you do for your cereal first? Milk first. It's cereal first.
You put your cereal in, then you put your milk in.
That's otherwise it's just insanity.
This is a good point Alex C makes. The almonds do take a lot of water. They're really relying on water. Apparently, almonds and garbanzo beans use a lot of water.
Hold on a second. I'll be right back.
Mike Valenti. I don't think I've heard of him.
Mike Valenti.
Usually on the way over here, I listen to Ryan Russillo. So I've gotten used to his show. Although when I go somewhere for lunch, Bomani Jones is on. Bomani is great. Ugh. Correct, Alex. See, we don't have a kettle. We have a coffee maker. At least I do. I used to have one of those Keurig things, but they're horribly wasteful, so I stopped using it. Actually, Steve gave it to me. So you just pour the coffee in the or the water in the machine, put your coffee in it, put the pot underneath the apparatus. Coffee is made. No, Colin Cowherd kind of seems like a jerk, so I don't watch his show.
Who?
Colin Cowherd.
Oh, he's a Colin Cowherd. I like Colin Kaepernick.
Yeah, I like Colin Kaepernick too.
All right, we're gonna get started.
No, Milk Queen, stay tuned for tomorrow's news show. We talk about Leo Rush and whether he's released or not.
All right, here we go. Prepare for many botches, people. And please, if the stream has problems, let us know again. We have plenty of backups.
Alex, see if you want tea, then yes, boil water. Okay. He had a question. He's talking about how we made coffee.
Stop talking. Be a part of the best pro wrestling. Be a part of the best pro wrestling podcast today by supporting the Going In Raw Patreon. You can enjoy access to the live taping of the show, exclusive merchandise, and patron-only episodes, and so much more. Support Going In Raw today. Click the link in the description.
This is the glorious one, Bobby Roode, and you're watching Going In Raw.
Hey, friendo, Steve here.
And Lars.
And welcome to Going In Raw, the only pro wrestling podcast you can be listening to right here at youtube.com/Steve Larson. Available wherever fine podcasts are. Be sure to hit that subscribe button and the notify bell next to it. And also leave us a rating or a review on the iOS podcast app because it really, 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 really helps the show. One of these days, I'm going to start conglomerating the podcast reviews on the iOS and reading the names because people like to hear their name read. And so if they do that, it might incentivize more people to leave a review for us.
Have you checked our ratings on the iTunes of late?
Yeah, we're out of it. We're done. We're gone. That's why
maybe
I want to bring
after
that
the
back
football
up.
season we'll get back in there.
Maybe, man.
There's a lot of podcast options out there.
Well, that's
it's
the
hard
thing.
to stand out.
So many podcasts. But we do have 39 patrons watching right now on the Patreon at patreon.com/Steven Larson. This podcast broadcasts live as a live stream to our $5 and up a month patrons. We've got all sorts of great reward tiers available at the Patreon. If you want to support Going In Raw, that's another great way to do it. We're also available at the Pro Wrestling Tees at prowrestlingtees.com/Steven Larson. Look at all these great shirts. Hey. First we got, hey.
Slow Wolf.
You're not me.
Top seller.
This is my shirt, though. Hey.
Hey.
And then we've got, you're not going to happen.
Not going to happen.
And then we've also got this one. It's just your face. Dude, somebody on Twitter, I forget who it was, and I apologize for that, took this shirt, combined it with the Shock Steve shirt. I'm going to have Late because Lacey's a seamstress.
Have her own half and half shirts.
Yeah.
It's a good idea.
Right. Fantastic.
Half and half, like Seth Rollins.
Anyways. I know, exactly.
Can we do opposite half and half, though? Like you had, like your right side, Shock Steve, and left side's Cold Water Larson,
if you're okay wearing like an extra large... You mean like when she does it?
Well,
or
no.
Are you saying we just do that on the Pro Wrestling Tee Shop?
Well, I'd love to do that, but I don't know if we can.
Yeah, right.
With the half and half actual shirt.
Yeah.
I don't think we can do that.
Well, we'd have to get a large and an extra large.
Well, we'd get 2 larges and 2 extra larges.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
But then we'd each get 2 shirts. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
I'll see if she's down for that. Anyways. Anything else? We have so we're changing things up a tad.
Oh yeah. So Fridays, we're at one time home to a show called Dirt Sheet that was moved to Monday, and in its stead we started doing Mat Chat, our debate show. None of those shows are going away. We're just moving some things around. Monday will still be Dirt Sheet live, recap of the weekend's wrestling news.
Right.
Dirt Sheet on Friday is making a return.
Correct.
To serve two purposes. Talk about news that happens towards the end of the week, but also to kind of recap and follow up on stories reported on previously in the week with Going in Raw Daily.
Correct.
Matt Chat is moving to Sundays at least once a month. Most months at least will probably be twice a month.
Yeah.
Bi-weekly. This month will be a little different since we got to pre-produce some stuff for the holidays. We got a lot of best of end of year type stuff. That's going to populate our Sunday schedule a lot for the remainder of this month. So it's all a filling out process. We're trying to figure out the best way to program our channel and provide the best content for you, and that works best within our schedules.
Yes, correct. All that is good. Anyways, let me bring up the notes here for today's show. What are we going to talk about today?
205 Live
coming like
and NXT.
NXT. So all the word we've gotten from the tapings last night. We're not going to talk any spoilers.
Yeah, it sounds phenomenal.
It sounds phenomenal. Next week. This week it was
filler.
It was filler.
But I will say the quality of the matches, all three matches, was very good.
No, they were all good matches.
There just wasn't a whole lot of storyline progression.
There was zero storyline progression.
But all the matches were really good.
All the matches were good. It's just it's going to be a little light on talking about stuff today because 205 Live was kind of crap too.
Yeah.
I feel like 205 Live's in such a holding pattern right now because there's no clear face to face off with against Enzo.
I think they're making it obviously clear who's Enzo's going to face off with.
Who's going to, yeah. But as of right now, like this week I'm talking about, there's just not a lot happening, you know?
Yeah, no.
And
there definitely doesn't seem to be I don't know if there's somebody in place on the show now that they have established that is definitively going to take that belt off Enzo for the foreseeable future.
No, dude, I'll put it this way. I don't believe. Well, I don't know. I'm not going to say that. I was going to say I don't believe anybody in the roster right now is going to take that belt off Enzo. I think it's going to take an Hideo Itami, and they can maybe hope that he's going to get some heat. How?
Well, I think there are people on the roster now who can do it, but they need to invest the time.
Right? Yeah. They're not in a position
storylines to make it happen.
As is right now. They're not in a position to do it because nobody's over. Nobody's over the way Enzo's over.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's a tall task.
Yeah.
Because he's one of the guys. Look, we knew this. Before he hit 205 Live, for whatever reason, he's a needle mover when it comes to ratings.
Yeah.
I mean, he's a big personality. I guess it's not that surprising.
Yeah.
But there are no other big personalities in the faces anyways. There on 205 Live.
But the potential is there for that to be the case.
Yeah, I mean, there's potential in a lot of those guys. But, you know.
I mean, like short term, it's obvious that Rich Swann is going to be Enzo's next challenger.
Yeah. And they're setting that up because he's going to lose, you know. So I don't know, man. They got a lot of splaining to do. Anyways, it opened up with an Enzo Amore promo.
As 205 Live typically
he's
opens these
become
days.
the new, like, remember when every week was the Authority with a 20-minute promo?
Yep.
He's turned into that for 205 Live.
Yep. Sort of like Shane's been filling that role for SmackDown too. Apparently, whoever's been writing SmackDown's been writing 205 Live. And that's just how they start a show these days.
Yeah. Give me Rockstar Spud. Bring him in.
Oh, yeah, that'd be cool.
I know, right? He's good, man. I like Rockstar
He
Spud.
is good.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I don't even remember what he talked about. I kind of just tuned him out now. He did have a cool, like a sweat jacket pants combo thing. That teal, and I guess it was kind of like a violet color.
No, I always like his outfits.
That was cool.
I kind of always like his outfits.
He had a fanny pack.
Yeah.
He had some Jordans on, of course.
No, he looked great.
Yeah.
He looks awesome.
Should we let's hey, how about this? One day a week we get the office. It'll be sweatsuit day, so we wear sweatsuits.
Matching or no?
Well, it's TBD.
Look, man, we get an office. I'm planning on wearing a lot of sweatpants. Can it be like
it's not too
several
different than how
days?
you operate here? Yeah.
Yeah, no, exactly. I don't know. I wear a lot of jeans.
I mean, I'm wearing sweatpants right now.
Nice. Yeah.
But I'm just saying, just coordinated sweatsuits.
Coordinated? That seems a little weird.
No, I just mean like, say, Thursday, sweatsuit day.
Yeah.
That's the extent of the coordination.
Okay. Thursday.
Thursday. I'm just throwing that out there.
Yeah. We'll talk about it.
That's the last day of our shooting week. That's, we come to work comfortable.
We'll put it on the table. We should start doing Fridays, too, once we get office space.
We'll see about that.
Yeah.
I kind of like having Friday as an edit day.
Yeah, I know. Me too. Anyways, let's move on. Oh, yeah. So that set up Noam Dar versus Rich Swann. So Enzo was out there with Noam Dar.
Telling Noam Dar that he had to write the Zo train.
Yeah, correct. Did Noam Dar even get a word in?
No.
I feel like, now that I'm thinking about it, he's sort of like one of the guys. So Davari has really come up.
Yeah.
In a good way. In a really good way.
Yes.
Drew Gulak. Probably my favorite guy in the roster.
Oh, he's great.
Noam Dar, who is one of the more shining personalities
early on
in their heel ranks, has had nothing to say or do.
I know.
And I don't remember him talking at all during this promo.
I don't believe he did.
He had a match against Rich Swann.
Yeah, it was a good match.
Can't handle this. You know what I loved about it? Is that Rich Swann, as he walked to the back, so he won with the Phoenix Splash. Was it Phoenix Splash?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And it was a fun match. They're all fun matches. As he was walking back, he was selling, I think, like a neck thing, right? But he didn't stop selling the neck thing from driving away in his imaginary car, which is like my favorite thing in the world.
Yeah.
I love the imaginary car. So anyways, I think you're probably right about that. We'll talk about like what they have in mind for their faces during this backstage segment in a little bit.
I won't get to that. I feel like it's pretty well telegraphed how things are going to happen next week on Raw. The Fatal 4-Way match there.
A face that we're not going to see a whole lot of in the title scene anymore is Kalisto.
Yeah, he gave an interview.
Yeah, with Dasha, and I don't care about Kalisto.
Yeah, I know.
At all. What did
That's
he say?
been well established.
What did he say? You tell me what he said then.
I don't remember.
Then you don't care about him either. Jack Gallagher versus Kalisto.
Another good match.
This is a fun match, man. I like Jack Gallagher. He's got the
Kalisto's good in the ring.
Yeah, he's fine in the ring. But his promos take away.
I understand
from his in-ring.
I understand
product.
how you feel about his promo abilities.
Yeah. Anyways, Kalisto won.
Yeah, he's gonna remain towards the top of the card for the foreseeable future.
After he won, who, Kalisto?
Yeah, he's
not gonna sniff the title.
No, but he'll be up there. He'll be one of the top faces.
Yeah, but he's not gonna sniff the title. He's on lame duck status. And then after the match, Brian Kendrick attacked Kalisto. So Kalisto's now in a thing with.
Kalisto didn't even get the pin. He hit the Salida del Sol, and Kendrick jumped right in the ring. And
that's right.
Beat him up
before
the pinfall was counted.
Yeah. So I don't know. I don't like Kalisto. But then a year from now, he might be my favorite guy.
Mm-hmm.
You know, give him a heel turn. What did I say? Oh, TJP
has not been on the show in a long time. I don't know.
Who does he have heat with? What's his deal?
I thought maybe he was hurt.
People have talked to him on Twitter. I've seen him on Twitter every once in a while.
Yeah.
And people are like, where are you? And he's like, I don't know either. What is up with that?
Yeah, I don't know.
Anyways. Next up, we had this backstage segment. Cedric Alexander, Rich Swann, Mustafa Ali. Cedric Alexander was basically saying, Rich, don't be too happy with yourself after winning the Fatal 4-Way last night. Because next week, when I win the Fatal 4-Way, it's going to be you and me. And meanwhile, Mustafa Ali was back there lacing up his boots. He was going.
I know. His reactions were great.
They were great. And then he steps up and he says, you're kidding, right? Like, I'm totally going to win.
Yeah. Which means neither of them are going to win.
Who else is in that Fatal 4-Way?
Tony Nese and Drew Gulak.
Oh, it's got to be Drew, right? Although Tony Nese got the pin this week.
Yeah.
I love Tony Nese, man.
Oh, he's great.
I think he's great. What a fantastic story he is. The dude with seemingly just the body, and he's flipping great, man.
I know.
God, he's so good.
I mean, just alone when he comes out and flexes his pecs and his vest unbuttoned.
Oh, it's fantastic.
It's awesome.
It's awesome. So you think it's going to be neither Cedric nor Mustafa Ali?
Yeah,
they cancel each other out.
I think the story of the main event where they just were not on the same page, they've continued their tensions on Twitter. I think that's in the end going to cost both of them a chance to face Rich Swann, become #1 contender for the Cruiserweight title.
All right, fair enough.
That's my take. That's my hot take.
Wouldn't you think that's going to lead to a feud between Cedric and Mustafa? Who's going to be the heel there?
It could, but it also could be a situation where they look at this opportunity and say, hey, we took our eyes off the prize. We're here for an opportunity, and just because we couldn't get on the same page, we cost each other that opportunity.
Yeah.
So let's focus on really what we should be focusing on, getting that Cruiserweight title, primarily for ourselves, but secondarily get it off Enzo.
Yeah.
Because their infighting took their eyes off the prize completely.
I feel like the faces need to get a little rough and tumble with Enzo. Maybe beat him up backstage before a match or something. That'd be good. I do remember when Kalisto was during the interview and he was basically, saying that he's ashamed for losing to Enzo. And I was sitting there thinking, yeah, you should be ashamed of yourself. You lost to Enzo.
Yeah, Enzo's not very good.
And then I yelled at my 70-inch TV. I said, "You suck!" And then I threw something at the TV.
Why would you do that? You could have broke the screen on your new TV.
I know!
Thoughtless.
Reckless.
Really. Endangering your prized possession.
Edgy. Unpredictable. Tweener.
No. Thoughtless.
Reckless. I'm the Pete Dunne of this household.
No.
Of the Here family. Anyways, you see Pete Dunne and Vince Russo going at it on Twitter?
No, I didn't see that.
Oh, that jack of all trades, Vince Russo. That doesn't even make sense. I don't know. There was that great spot from the tag match.
Oh, the firebomb spot?
Yeah. And Vince Russo said, yeah, that would never happen in real life. You got to suspend your blah, blah, and then word vomit comes out.
Dude put the belt on himself. That would never happen in real life either. What the hell is he talking about?
Oh, man. I wish you'd get on Twitter and say that to him. Respond to him in anger. You're great. Dude, you put the belt on yourself. You jack.
My goodness. Anyways, this main event was good. Tony Nese is great. Everybody in this match is great. Drew Gulak dropped an awesome promo beforehand. Was about to kick off a new version of its PowerPoint presentation. Was interrupted by Cedric Alexander's music.
PowerPoint presentation! And then he collapses to the ground in exhaustion and delight.
It's so good.
Oh, it was great. Then he gets so mad when it was when it didn't even kick off. It was whoever's music.
Cedric's music hits.
I feel darkness in the dog, Billy Dog, then do it, dog.
Not the lyrics.
Billy Dog. These aren't even words.
No, they aren't words.
You know, even watching Damnation on USA.
How was that?
Do you and Rachel enjoy sitting around making fun of TV?
No, not typically.
It's equal parts good and we make fun of it. That's me and Lacey's thing. We sit there and we just clown shows. But it's rare that you find a show that's actually kind of good, and so you want to know what happens next, but there's enough in it to make fun of.
Have you watched, is it called Godless? The Western that's
Not
on
yet, but Lacey said that Rachel recommended it. So, yeah, we might check that out. It sounds good. Mm-hmm. It's got a great cast. Mm-hmm. I mean, Jeff Daniels in it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then apparently somebody from Downton Abbey's in it.
Oh, I don't know.
Lacey said one of her favorites from some crap period dramas in it.
Yeah, I don't watch Downton Abbey.
I don't know. Anyways. Yeah, so Tony Nese surprisingly got the pin.
Well, there was a whole lot of miscommunication between Mustafa Ali and Cedric Alexander.
They're not on the same page.
Yeah,
man.
At one point, Drew Gulak was distracting Cedric while Mustafa is going for a tag. Tables return happened once, I believe, when Cedric was looking for a tag, and then at the finish, Cedric was on the apron after doing a top rope or jumping over the top rope move onto Gulak. Was on the apron. Nese pushed Ali into Cedric, rolled up Ali, got the win.
Yeah.
Thus causing increased tensions between Mustafa Ali and Cedric Alexander.
I think they did like a video after the fact too, on
WWE.com.
Mustafa Ali interview backstage afterwards, where they again increased tensions
between them.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I think Luke Harper is in Damnation, but I didn't see it.
I think he's just in I don't know. They
I think he's in one scene in maybe the third. Hopefully it's the third episode because
part.
we just got the first 2 episodes out of the way. I don't know. Anyways, where are my notes? Ooh, yay! We get to talk about NXT now.
Yeah.
Even in a filler episode, I have so much joy in my heart
because the matches were all good.
Well, beyond that, I just love everybody in NXT, man.
Yeah.
Except for Heavy Machinery, and they were nowhere to be found. I even love. I realize Riddick Moss looks like. He looks like his face now that he's got like a goatee. Maybe I don't know. I don't think he's always had that. But his goatee is kind of a pointy one. Mm-hmm. He looks like a Flash Gordon villain.
You mean Ming the Merciless?
Remember Ming the Merciless?
Yeah.
Kind of looks like him. He has that vibe going.
Okay.
He kind of does.
He needs Ty's vest then.
Yeah, one step at a time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But this is, I believe, the match between Street Profits and Moss and Sabatelli last night was the longest Street Profits
thinking in my head, I was like,
match we've seen so far.
Sorry. I was thinking in my head, I was like, legitimately, Ty. Who's Ty? I should know that name.
Oh, goodness.
Oh, Ty Dillinger. Oh, it's good. That was legitimate in my head just now. I was trying to figure out who he was.
Pack it up for the week.
He hasn't been anywhere. But you're right. He's got that great Ming the Merciless.
Yeah, I'm going to check out this vest. It's great.
How do you like my flannel?
It's nice, yellow and blue.
Marissa got it for me.
It's nice. So yeah, look at that.
No, I know it's great. He looks like, but look at Riddick Moss.
No, I remember what Riddick Moss looked like. I remember.
There was a picture of them somewhere. Anyways,
we're getting off track.
It was the Street Profits. They're
fantastic.
I love everything about them.
And this is the longest match. Like the one thing I was worried about is I know they've been wrestling a lot on the Florida circuit.
Yeah.
And I was kind of worried if they were trying to on TV protect some shortcomings in the ring because most of their matches are really, really short.
Yeah.
And based on this, that's not the case. Because this match was a ton of fun.
So I know he's not the first guy to do it. But when Montez Ford does the jump over a guy as he runs back, stands there, waits a beat, and then jumps back over without looking back as Riddick Moss goes through his legs, I am so tickled. I think that's the best thing ever. It's so much fun.
He got so much air in that frog splash too.
I know.
He was like he was levitating for a beat.
Dude, seriously, that guy is insanely athletic. Pretty awesome.
And both of them got all the charisma in the world. They're great.
Oh man, they're fantastic.
They're gonna be huge. And like I said, I'm happy they actually gave him a showcase match where they gave him good 12, 15 minutes to put on a match.
Oh, for sure.
That was fun. It was riveting. There was some storytelling there. It was all good stuff.
Yeah.
And Moss and Sabatelli are improving.
Man, okay, here's the thing. I'm on board now.
Yeah.
Like, it's only been a couple months, but it just goes to show, like, once, and I know for you it kicked off at the house show we went to. And I was into it at that point too. But just after that, the next couple times I saw them, and the Street Profits are the perfect foe for them.
Yep.
And their music is so cheesy, but I'm into it.
And Sabatelli's money stuff.
See, and they have better chemistry as a team. I'm good with them, man. I think they're good. I think they're money. I like it. That's their whole gimmick is money too. Mm-hmm. And they need to play a little bit more up the whole.
Well, let's do the thing where Sabatelli comes in the ring, starts doing the money thing, and Riddick Moss looks at him and starts doing it too.
Exactly.
Because it's our money.
Because we know that one guy is rich and the other guy isn't.
Yeah.
What are you doing on our car? The fact that Sabatelli's cool with him claiming it, that it's ours,
suit.
That's good.
It is good.
That's really good. I really love them both. My only thing about the Street Profits is that I want to fast forward to when their yellow trim needs to be the same. It needs to be reflective.
Gold, like
because,
the shoes.
Like Montez, they both wear the shoes, but I always notice it on Montez for some reason. The golden shoes are so great and brilliant. They need that brilliance.
I have gold shoes too.
Yeah, but those aren't brilliant. That's not brilliance.
Yeah, no, they're not shiny, but they're gold.
Get some shiny ones. See, that's when I'll be all in on the sweatsuit Thursdays. If we can get some matching J's or some matching shiny golds.
They're releasing some Jordan 1s that are gold and black patented leather, so they'll be shiny.
Oh man, are they high tops?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm all in on that.
All right.
Really? Could you bring up a picture of that?
Yeah.
I want to see that. Yeah, bring up a picture of that. I'll be all in with that.
And then we need to get matching gold sweatsuits.
So yeah, Montez Ford got the pin on Tino Sabatelli with a frog splash. He almost touched the frickin' ceiling there in that Aztec Theater. Coming to you from the Aztec Theater. Whoa! Oh my gosh.
I know those are beautiful, huh?
Those look great. Those look amazing.
They don't come out till February.
Holy crap. Wow. Those are fantastic.
I know. So I'm telling you, man.
Anyways. Next up we had
there's another picture. Each shoe is different.
Well, I don't know about that.
No, it's cool. If you have a problem with it, we're both 10.5s, right?
Yeah.
You can take both the one, I'll take both the other. Or one of the others. So we have matching ones.
It doesn't work that way.
No, so we have matching ones. I mean, one shoe of the pair looks like that, and the other one looks like that.
Right.
But if
that's the problem. You're realizing the problem, right?
Oh yeah, I guess so. I was trying to find a way
because
around.
in my mind I was like, I'll get two of those, and then wait a second, no,
that's
unless it like they would flip flop.
Probably not though.
Probably
that's
not.
what in my mind I was thinking.
Yeah. See, this is the thing. I was in physics as a junior, and you're a senior.
It's not a matter of not being smart. It's a matter of being occasionally kind of thoughtless.
It's still up here, man.
I was so excited about something.
I still have the power.
Oh wait, these came out already? It's on Cyber Monday.
Just came out. Nice.
I had no clue. All right, I guess we're not gonna get them. They're super expensive.
$160. Gee willikers. Mustache Mountain had an interview. Larson, let's talk about this for a second. I'm not going to spoil anything, but the Mustache Mountain At least from what I can tell, one of the members of British Strong Style showed up at NXT again at this first round of new tapings. Are we looking at the British kids invading NXT? Are they now part of... They weren't in the opening video package this week.
Yeah.
That can be amended, as always. They did have a new video package with Andrade Cien almost holding the title and all that stuff.
It's just a matter of dropping in a couple shots.
Yeah, I know. I want to see that, man. I want to see it. I really want to see it. I want to see British Strong Style. I want to see Mark Andrews. I want to see Wolfgang in NXT. I think that Mustache Mountain, like Trent Seven's 35 years old.
Yeah.
You got to get moving on that.
Yes.
Why isn't Mustache Mountain added to SmackDown Live?
I know.
Bring him up, man.
I know.
They're such a good tag team.
Yeah, they are.
Bring him up. Put Mark Andrews in 205 Live.
I know.
He can kill there. Pete Dunne to Raw. Exactly.
It all makes sense.
It all makes sense, man. You know, look, if they still have plans to do their British show, that's fine. That's fine. Make that a limited series and then bring them all up. Man, there's so much money. I freaking love them so much. So, anyways, they showed a video of Pete Dunne after his Gargano match, which neither of us watched. I want to, and I'm going to.
Yeah,
but
I'll put it in the queue after the Kevin Owens 365.
There you go. You're gonna have some good watching to do. So, anyways, they approached Pete Dunne, who it's silly because we know that they're all best friends.
Yeah,
and they're all like they all do stuff.
In every
together.
other wrestling organization, they're all part of a stable. That's actually called British Strong Style.
That is actually called British Strong Style. And then, but they approach their friend Pete Dunne, and they all try to act like they don't like each other. You know, Pete Dunne tries to act like he don't like those two guys. And they're like, hey, you know, if you want, find a partner if anybody will take you, and then we'll fight on NXT. And Pete Dunne just sort of shrugs it off and leaves.
Yeah, he brushes them off.
They interview Mark Andrews, and he says, I said yes, only if I can get a title shot afterwards when we win. Which is like the exact same thing Wolfgang said last time, which was great.
It's the only people will be Pete Dunne's friend.
Exactly. For the opportunity. And so it was a fantastic match. We got that came later.
Yeah.
Next up, we had Kairi Sane versus Peyton Royce.
This was a great match too. Oh man, Kairi Sane was busting out some stuff that we hadn't seen on NXT TV.
I know, man. I know. And Peyton Royce can keep up. She's great. Oh man, she's so great. I can't wait to see what this next run is going to do for her because her stock is so high right now.
She got a massive pop when she came out.
Huge pop. And I imagine it's going to be even bigger with this next round of TV tapings. Yep. After Philadelphia, man, I want to see it happen. I want her to come to Maine.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, both her and Billie Kay.
Of course.
Yeah. They needs to be the iconic duo.
Needs to be iconic duo.
How come they don't sell iconic duo shirts yet?
According to my inside sources, Karen, they have like apparently a new shirt that they got at the tapings. Oh. So maybe they're going to do that one as a merch shirt.
Okay.
I don't know. I didn't get word if they're actually selling it there or not.
Gotcha.
So, I don't know. So anyways, no, this is a fantastic match. Kairi Sane ended up going over with an insane elbow. She's not going to be losing anytime soon. I feel. I get the feeling she's not going to be losing anytime soon.
Yeah, she's going to go on a pretty significant winning streak.
Yeah, I think so.
It seems.
It would seem to be the case.
So let's talk about the main event. That was next, yes?
Yes. Yeah.
Mustache Mountain versus Mark Andrews and Pete Dunne. Mustache Mountain are just pure charisma.
Oh, they're great.
They come out with their matching ring gear.
Oh, they look so great.
Do the matching slow roll into the ring.
Yep.
They get on opposite turnbuckles, remove their jackets, pose with their bare chests exposed.
And Trent Seven,
reveling in it.
Telling you, man, Trent Seven's great because he literally has my body. That's just me out there. I'm actually even a bit slimmer than he is, but I love it. He's so he's so old school, man.
Yeah, I know.
He's so old school. I love it. I freaking love it.
It was pretty great.
Mm-hmm.
And what we got also was a great match. I mean, the match started with Pete Dunne and Tyler Bate working their magic. Those guys can wrestle forever and never get boring.
Oh, I know, man. I know. It's so much fun.
The story of the match was the cohesive teamwork of Mustache Mountain against the lack of cohesion between Pete Dunne and Mark Andrews. Mark Andrews wanted to be involved in the action because he wanted to be involved so he can get his title shot, whereas Pete Dunne just wanted to do it all himself.
Yeah.
There was that great spot. There's a lot of great spots, but I think the one that was the most gif-able was the spot where Mark Andrews has Tyler Bate up, I believe, for Hurricane Rana.
Oh, man.
Pete Dunne comes up on the mat behind him. Mark Andrews looks behind him and is like, what are you doing? Pete Dunne says, come on.
Yeah.
Hurricane Rana into a sit-down powerbomb.
Yeah.
It was pretty crazy.
Oh, it was great. It was fantastic.
Those guys know how to put on awesome matches.
Man, I'm telling you, it's like they just sit around and think of like what cool stuff they can do.
That's probably exactly what happens.
I know. It's so much fun. They can bring so much energy to any crowd, to any situation, to any match, to any situation. The WWE needs to capitalize on that.
I know.
They have something so great there.
Yeah, it's guys like Trent Seven, pure charisma, great talker. Pete Dunne, who, his character is pure heel.
Yeah.
And the crowd loves him because he puts on great matches. Yeah. They can pop a crowd like nobody else. Bring them up.
Yeah.
Do it already.
It's fantastic.
In the end, the lack of teamwork between Mark Andrews and Pete Dunne cost him the match. Pete Dunne gets pinned by Tyler Bate after Tyler Driver 97.
Yep.
And then Pete Dunne proceeds to attack Mark Andrews after the match.
Yeah, that was
gives him a nasty, bitter end.
Yeah, that was great. That was awesome. I love all those guys, man.
Yeah.
They need to do something with them. I don't care what. They need to do something with them. So yeah, that was the show. That was the shows. Let's get to some questions.
Eddie Jose Glorious Menavar, how do you think TJP's comeback will be booked? Still don't know why he's not on TV. Is it just a situation where they don't have anything for him?
How about this? Okay. WWE 2K19 comes around.
Okay.
So we're talking about
pre-order bonus.
Yeah, pre-order bonus. But it's not. It's like a new masked video game specific character named something like. Well, there's already.
I already know where you're going with this.
Yeah, something like Kill Death or something like that. All right, Death Man, Death Yourself. Okay, ooh, that's good. Death Yourself.
It's not good.
That's his name. Okay, he's masked character exclusively for the video game.
Okay,
but then they bring that character into the real world. Okay, on 205 Live.
Yeah.
And everybody's like, who's this masked man? Death Yourself. Kill Death Yourself. Kill Death Yourself. Okay. And then it turns out to be Austin Aries. I mean, TJP. Yeah.
Was it somebody
Never
else too?
seen that before.
Wasn't it somebody else?
It's been a bunch of people.
Yeah.
Lately, it's been Caleb Conley. But now he's just Caleb Conley. I don't know where Suicide is.
Yeah.
I don't know. Was that a good idea that TNA did that in the first place?
No.
No, you don't like that? Make a video game character and then bring him into the real world. Here's the problem with Suicide is that because it's a bunch of different people. Like back when it was just TJP, I think it was probably kind of cool.
Yeah.
Because it was like, okay, well that's a dude under the mask.
Yeah.
Now that it's just whoever, why does anybody care?
Exactly. Exactly.
Anyways, Kill Death Yourself. I think it's a great name though.
No, it's terrible.
Is it?
You can use that character for NXT.
Oh, can I?
Sure.
Thayer Thabata, that's your task. Oh, I don't think he's on Xbox One. Crap. Oh, NXT Draft happening this Friday.
Oh, tomorrow.
Maybe, I think.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to hop on there. Maybe I'll draft people. We'll see.
All right.
I need to do better at advertising my stuff.
CM Punk finds it insulting. How long would Enzo Amore last as a young lion? I think it would just take one chair shot from Minoru Suzuki and he'd say,
I'm out of here.
Yeah.
Who's that crazy guy doling out chair shots? I'm out of here. Yeah, he wouldn't last very long.
I don't think he'd last very long.
No. Where would he go to for excursion? Ring of Honor ain't going to take him. Maybe he can join the Young Prospect Tournament.
There you go.
Are we going to watch Final Battle?
When is it?
I don't know. But it sounds like a pretty
right?
decent card.
That's Dalton Castle and Cody Rhodes, right?
Yeah, I think Dalton Castle might. I wouldn't surprise me if he picked up that title. I know Cody's super hot right now.
Yeah.
But it wouldn't surprise me if
Cody's carrying that belt all the way till Daniel Bryan might be a free agent.
You think so?
Yeah, I think so.
Dalton Castle's hot, man. December 15th.
Oh, that's the day before.
At the Hammerstein.
That's the day before Clash of Champions.
Oh, wow.
So we'll see.
I'll watch that, man. I'll watch that stuff. Maybe I'll use that to kick off my new Ring of Honor reviews instead of, because I'm thinking of ditching the Impact reviews and just go to a Ring of Honor review.
All right.
We'll see.
Maybe you should consider Lucha Underground. Jay Wood, hey friendos.
Because here's the problem. There's no, it's how many episodes in a season?
A lot.
What do I got?
You can start right now and have enough for like a year and a half.
Start.
I have 52 episodes of Lucha Underground on my DVR.
Yeah.
And that's not
So if I did it,
that's not the whole first season.
I did it, I'd start at like season 1, episode
very
1.
Beginning.
I don't know, man. I kind of like doing new stuff.
Power rank next 5 cruiserweight champions.
Next 5 cruiserweight champions. Oh my gosh, that's hard. That's difficult. I don't know.
Itami 1, Cedric 2.
I'll give you my number 5, Johnny Gargano.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna leave it at that.
3, I don't know, Rich Swann. 4, Mustafa Ali. Once I see who they're gonna put some work into, then I'll like have a better. I know.
Right now, Enzo's carrying that title like ad nauseum.
Mm-hmm.
How about this, Neville?
Yeah,
Neville's my number 1.
Yeah,
because they have not built anybody.
No, they haven't.
There's a lot of money in Mustafa Ali, and there's a lot of money in Cedric Alexander.
They're building people up just to the point where they can take on Enzo and lose.
And you're exactly right. In terms of faces, it's Mustafa Ali, it's Cedric Alexander. Drew Gulak is up there in terms of heels, but he's not going to take it off of another heel. And so it's Cedric and it's Mustafa Ali, but they haven't. They've done enough to get him up there to lose.
Yeah.
Because nobody's going to watch the show as they are right now. Nobody's going to keep watching the show with them as champion.
Karen, you're not me, Borbin. Hey, friendos, power rank top 5 indie guys that we will possibly see in NXT during the year 2018. Now, last year I made the prediction that it wouldn't be major signings for NXT. I was off base by 1 Adam Cole.
You're off base by a lot of people.
No, I mean like major indie names. It's Adam Cole. I mean, Redragon. Yeah, they were indie guys, but they weren't huge indie guys.
Are you kidding me?
Not the same.
They were Kyle O'Reilly. I almost said Alex Riley. Kyle O'Reilly was Ring of Honor champion.
Yeah, for a brief second.
They were a massive tag team.
They put the belt on and keep with the company.
You were way off base with that prediction.
Well, I feel a lot better.
Hugely off base.
There'll be one signing, and there'll be Ricochet.
I mean,
major
Leo
name.
Rush, Adam Cole, Redragon, Donovan Dijak, who everybody says should have been Ring of Honor champion. There were a lot in 2018. I think it's going to be double down on that. They're double down on that.
Well, name someone other than Ricochet.
Jeff Cobb, Matt Riddle, Michael Elgin, maybe. Oh, they're going to raid anybody they can from New Japan. They are going to raid. They have no problem stockpiling talent. I think if 2017 taught us anything, it's that.
Well, I think now we're getting to the point where there's enough. The high profile independent names are high profile enough where they don't necessarily need to sign with WWE at this juncture. Dude, Matt Riddle doesn't need to.
No, he doesn't need to. They're all going to, though.
Oh, at some point.
2018.
I don't know about Jeff Cobb. Jeff Cobb's in his mid-30s already.
Oh, they don't care about that, man. They see how he can throw people around. Vince hasn't seen that yet.
Oh, I'm sure.
As soon as Vince sees that,
I'm sure Triple H pulled up a YouTube video for him.
Oh no, man! Because Triple H is I have a theory about that British Strong Style stuff. I think Triple H is so into them. He's like, just wait, hold on, just wait, guys.
Keep him away from Vince, huh?
Any day now, Vince might say, I'm ready to call. What do you think, Vince? Hey, you think Triple H does a Vince impression?
Oh yeah.
How good do you think it is? It's probably not that great. I don't see him.
It sounds like him talking gruff.
Yeah, exactly.
Anyways, number 1 is Ricochet. If Ricochet does not sign to NXT within the first 3 months of 2018, I will be shocked.
Yeah. No, I think that's a given. Yeah. But I think a laundry list.
But I think also we're getting to the point where like the Young Bucks are under contract, Omega's under contract.
Yeah, I'll say this: the Elite, they're not going to WWE in 2018.
No. I'm just saying, like the major names, like Adam Cole, Ricochet, the Young Bucks, major names, huge names, champions in other promotions.
If they're available, they will sign.
Oh, at some point.
Yeah.
But I think like Keith Lee's in store for huge.
EC3.
Well, he's not really an indie guy.
What was the name? Bateman.
Derek Bateman.
He's
not an indie guy though. He's an Impact.
What are you talking about?
The question is indie guys.
Impact is, I mean, dude, I understand, but Impact lets them do indie dates. They're on the indies. I know. Guys not in WWE. Man. I'm sad that Moose is locked up for 3 years. Mm-hmm. But
Impact can go to business at any moment, man.
Is that going to be one of your predictions? Because it's going to be one of mine for sure.
Yeah.
Impact ain't going to last through 2018.
Yeah.
I mean, they just gave away the broken thing, dude. They just gave it away. They could have had like $5,000.
Yeah. At least have somebody write a check.
They could have had money for 50 more extras.
I know. They could have, $10,000.
Yeah.
There's your audience for a taping. Just something. You don't think Matt Hardy would have wrote a check for $10,000?
I know.
That blows my mind.
I know.
At least just say something. Unless the Hardys had such a strong case, they were like, no.
I know.
The leverage. That's the only way.
You gotta wonder. You gotta wonder if that was the case. If maybe what Impact was saying, what Nordholm was saying, like, oh, it's all in them. What if it was? What if they're like, no, well, you give me $10,000.
I know. Here, back pay.
And I won't sue you.
Back pay for everybody that paid while we shot this thing.
Exactly.
Karen, do you think the Hideo Itami coming soon vignettes ruined a potentially exciting debut for 205 Live?
So I'm always partial to... I hate when I do
surprise
that.
debuts.
I'm always partial to surprise debuts. However, I get kind of the idea of wanting to tell people about somebody so then they can go and understand who he is.
Yeah, especially somebody that they might not be familiar with.
Right. It's not like he was a massive star in NXT.
Although I will say, if you're watching 205 Live on the network, odds are you're probably watching NXT too.
Yeah, no, you're right. I think you're right about that.
With Asuka, it makes sense because I don't know how many people who watch Raw on a regular basis watch NXT.
I marked out for Asuka when she came out, regardless of that I knew was going to happen. So building to a big pay-per-view with the Hideo Itami, I'm not sure. I'll put it this way: I'm not sure a surprise debut versus video packages in advance would move the needle either way, so to speak.
Yeah, I don't think so.
For me personally, I would have marked out a little bit, but I think the crowd in general, they might have killed it anyways, because the crowd, I don't think the crowd is going to react one way or the other to a Hideo Itami.
Yeah.
I just don't.
Yeah.
I love him.
Oh, yeah, me too. Xander McIntosh, Cedric Alexander lost 25 pounds to join the Cruiserweights. Power Rank, bad life decisions. Power Rank, who should drop some weight for 205 Live?
Nobody do that, please. Don't do it. You're walking
Number one, Adam Cole, baby.
He should drop weight. He should drop even more weight.
He's listed above 205.
Really? He is?
I think so. He is on Wikipedia.
Oh, man.
I thought he was listed at like 210 or something.
Man, there got to be some light at the end of this tunnel. My throat just...
Yeah, 210.
That's the biggest lie in sports entertainment. Man, 210 my butt, my beehole.
Yeah, he's maybe 285.
That's like you're saying you're 210.
185, 190.
Yeah.
He's probably 185.
Man.
So I think he's about my height. Mm-hmm. And he's got some thick legs.
He's got some thick legs and he's got more pecs than you, but beyond that, that's pretty much it.
Yeah. Who else?
Who else should drop weight to go to 205 Live?
Fandango. So he and Tyler Breeze could be on 205 Live.
Oh, no, man. No, nobody should drop weight to go to 205
No, but I know
Live.
nobody should, but to answer the question, let's offer up some names.
I don't know. I mean, who do we want on 205 Live? I don't really want Fashion Police there. Otis Adovovich.
Okay.
They should make a joke out of that.
He dropped 100 pounds.
Yeah, but he really didn't.
Oh, okay.
Moving on, because that's a ridiculous question. Nobody should be dropping weight to go to 205 Live. Cedric should put all that weight back on. They should show him backstage at catering, just inhaling chicken.
Tommy T. Okay, friendos. One group of guys gets pushed to the top of the card. One remains in lower mid card. Which group do you choose? British Strong Style and Wolfgang, or Owen, Zayn, Strong, and Cole? Keep in mind, whichever group you choose doesn't necessarily ascend to the main event as a stable. So you get Mount Rushmore Wrestling versus British Strong Style plus Wolfgang.
What's the question? What do you do?
You get one faction goes to the top of the card.
Okay.
The other faction is stuck in the mid card.
Ouch. I would say, I'll put it this way. Because any movement on the part of British Strong Style, I'd be happy with. Put them on the mid card. And then Mount Rushmore, put them in the top of the card.
Main event.
Are we talking about main roster right now?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm fine with British Strong Style in the middle of the card because it's a good start.
Yeah.
Question doesn't say anything about permanence.
True. Nightcrawler. Hey, guys, so I'd like you guys to power rank workhorses in the WWE, guys who just obviously work their butts off all the time. To me, Dean makes the list because of all the reports so often and how hard he works, and I hear the same thing about Cesaro a lot as well. I know Dean apparently has wrestled more shows than anybody the last few years.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I don't find. I mean, my thing about Dean is that I don't find him especially. I'll put it this way: I don't find him especially compelling because they don't really do much with him in terms of his character. And I think more than that, I think they could do a lot with him, and they don't, which is annoying.
I know, but you have to give him credit for his work ethic.
But no, that was the flip side.
Yeah.
Is that I really do respect the crap out of Dean Ambrose. I just wish that they would do more with him, because I think he's a big missed opportunity right there. Even, I mean, we've talked about, you don't get much out of his wrestling matches, but even that, I think that they could do a lot more with his wrestling matches. I mean, we saw him versus Triple H, and it was great. A heel turn. Talking about a guy who needs a heel turn. Son of a farmer, Mitchell Elam. Is anyone else's favorite part of watching Angelo Dawkins is watching everyone else watch Montez Ford? The whole crowd just watched him on the apron. It was fantastic. That might be a problem down the line because people are trying to watch the in-ring stuff. You want them watching the in-ring stuff, and they're all watching him because he's hilarious on the apron.
Yeah, he is.
Which is great because he seems to really love being there.
Double T. Hello, Stephen Larson. My question is, list 7 guys that can be the total package for WWE superstars who have the look, in-ring, and personality to be poster boys for the company. First I can think of is Drew McIntyre, because he's the manliest man to ever man.
Dude, I'm telling you, man, I could see Drew McIntyre, as long as he stays healthy, as being a face of the company guy.
Oh, yeah.
It's possible. How old is he? He's still relatively young.
Isn't like his early mid-30s.
Yeah, I think so.
No, Drew's not on the list for sure. Oh, my goodness.
Excuse me. I'm so sorry.
Seth Rollins has to be on that list.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I guess I'd put Roman on there because Vince is going to make it so. Anybody else on NXT? Adam Cole, baby.
I would, yeah. I'm sort of hesitant to put Adam Cole.
I know,
in there
be sarcastic.
Okay.
I would put AJ, but he's getting a little up there in years, so I'm hesitant to include him. But he's got all the ingredients.
I mean, dude, I'll put it this way: if UFC,
the New Day,
if UFC puts a lot of money, puts a lot of promotional stuff behind a guy who kind of has Aleister Black's vibe, like a heavily tattooed guy, looks kind of dark, but is very charismatic. If UFC does that with some success, I could see then WWE doing that with Aleister Black. Because I think sometimes they look at what UFC does and they're like, okay, well, let's try to,
Yeah.
They made money there. We can make money with that. So in that situation, maybe Aleister Black.
Yeah, maybe.
I think he has all the tools. But he's also kind of scary. Broken Steve. Yes.
Wonderful.
Does it seem apparent that Triple H wants to put the belt on Aleister Black sooner than later in order to protect the potential megastar from the main roster? I wouldn't say that's the case. I think if that was the case, we would have seen more movement in that direction.
Yeah.
He would have been more in the title scene after some squash matches. I'm not Baron Corbin. If there is indeed a Women's Royal Rumble match this year, will we see any surprise entrants from NXT? Or are the 5 recent call-ups enough that another NXT woman showing up on main roster would feel like too much too soon?
I wouldn't be surprised if like Shayna Baszler showed up.
Oh, that'd be interesting. I could see that. I wouldn't be surprised if the Iconic Duo or at least Peyton Royce showed up in the Women's Rumble.
Yeah.
That wouldn't surprise me, make a debut like that.
Mm-hmm. That'd be cool.
And then lose and get buried on main roster.
Demonetized. Indigo Dream Show Deontay Soigné. With the landscape at NXT at the moment, power rank NXT's biggest single stars. Personally, he has Strong at 1 and Almas at 2. Let's take Drew out of the equation since he's hurt, because he would be 1.
Who are NXT's biggest men's single stars right now?
Well, criteria, of course. Being good.
Yeah.
I guess legacy is not really.
Yeah, that's NXT.
Kayfabe. That's the criteria. Then Aleister Black has to be 1.
I mean, this is kind of one of those questions that kind of almost needs to be saved for next week because we're going to understand a lot more of the landscape of where they're heading in the future because they're kind of in they're past the beginning stage of rebuilding, and now we're going to see what the lay of the land is.
I would say Aleister Black, number one.
Yeah, I'd say Aleister Black.
And that's primarily from our experience going to that house show here and hearing the pop he got.
Right.
And there was a buzz. People were talking about him before
Oh
the
yeah,
show even
dude.
started.
No, yeah, he's going to be huge. I'll do this. Let's push for next week. Here's the thing, like, because I read the spoilers.
Yeah, I did too.
And I don't want to say stuff that is going to betray that, because it's kind of like what happens is kind of not obvious at this point, you know, and it's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna lay off on that.
Okay, fair enough. Let's do one more question. Let's do this one. Eddie Jose Glorious Minivar, how would you guys book Brock Lesnar? Book a Brock Lesnar at 205 Live. Cruiserweight Brock Lesnar. So you have to drop about what, 80 pounds, 75 pounds?
What does he build at?
Like 280 something.
Okay. Well, if he did that, he would look so sickly that he'd show up.
Because he's still, what, 6'3", 6'4"?
It would essentially, we're looking at Man Dying of Thirst booking here.
Well, kind of.
Yeah. He shows up and be like,
frail.
He'd be like, it'd be one of those shocking frail things. I remember when Batista was training for MMA.
He lost a bunch of weight, yeah.
And there was that picture of him having lost a bunch of weight, and he looked bizarre. I think he was 205.
Yeah, it could be.
He looked so bizarre, and people would be like, "Oh my god, what happened to the monster? He used to be a monster."
When CM Punk lost weight for his fight.
Yeah, but it wasn't as shocking as Batista.
No, I know, but he was a lot lighter. Because I think
he looked sick.
He wrestled the low 200s.
Yeah, he looked sick.
And he was what, fighting at 180, something like that.
Batista just looked like he looked like Couture.
Yeah,
you know, he just looked like, oh wow, look at him, that's crazy. He used to be like so bubbly. CM Punk just looked like a normal guy who got sick.
Yeah.
Brock Lesnar might look sick.
This is what it is. Brock Lesnar.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm walking away. I'm going to go back to my farm.
Yeah.
And so for a year and a half, he just sits and looks at his land. He doesn't work out at all. Does some farming maybe to keep himself in basic shape, but no working out. And then he decides a year and a half later, I want to wrestle again.
Okay.
But he finds he has a hard time putting weight back on.
Oh, yeah.
And so he's stuck at around like 210 pounds. He's like, well, I've done everything I can accomplish on the main roster. I'm going to drop 5 pounds and see what I can do on 205 Live. Whole new belt for me.
Oh, wow.
So that's what he does.
I like it. It's good. Then he shows up and he tries to German suplex somebody, but his legs like completely snap in half because his body isn't used to that.
Go that far.
And he'd be sitting there. It'd be like what was that kid? The Louisville kid, Ware.
Oh, Kevin Ware, yeah.
Kevin Ware, both leg, but it'd be both legs.
Oh,
his
bones
everywhere sticking out.
That's
pools
grim.
of blood.
That's gross.
Then his head turns purple, and everybody just stands there. No EMTs even help him. They're just like, "Oh my god, what do we do?"
Everybody's shocked, huh?
Yeah, everybody's shocked. Like, what do we do? What do we do? And he's like, "Help me!"
That's a grim way for
and then like
Lesnar's career to
the show like just fades to black.
That's weird. I don't know about that. All right. That's the way to end the show.
Yeah, it is. Wait, what was that game I was going to play? Oh, yeah, make dialogue game. We didn't do that.
No.
All right. Anyways,
we'll do that next time. Anyways.
It's a great idea. You love
it.
Anyways, that's it for now. There's some music for you. Thanks for watching, everybody. We appreciate it. Until next time, talk to you guys later.
Bye. Hi, everybody.
During one of my laughs, I felt like a freaking sharp pain in the back of my throat.
Uh-oh. You better get some... do you have water? Drink some water.
I broke something back there.
I don't think you did. Don't think you did. No, we have kettles, Alex.
What's that?
Tea kettles. Well, they exist in America. You can buy a kettle.
Yeah, my mom uses a kettle still for her coffee. I have
You have a Keurig, right?
No, I got rid of that. I have like a sort of a fancy-ish. I think it's a Mr. Coffee.
Coffee maker.
Yeah, I'm just a coffee maker. Yeah. But it has like a little hot water spigot next to it.
Oh, okay.
So I hit a button. That's how I do the tea.
That's cool. Power Rank gum.
When I was a kid, I loved the orange flavored, like Bubblicious.
No, here's the right answer. Big League Chew.
That is actually the right answer. Yeah,
especially grape flavor.
No, you're right. It's spot on about that.
Mm-hmm.
After that, I give it to orange Bubblicious and then grape Bubblicious.
Yeah, grape gum is great.
Really far down the list is that one that has like a little comic strip in it.
Oh, Bazooka. With Bazooka Joe.
No, Patrick Oliva. My nipples are not abnormally close together. I don't think they are anyways.
Zach Stolp. Am I the only one who swallows gum?
Yeah.
I've done it before.
Sean Spicer did that, remember?
Yeah.
What a weirdo. He like ate gum.
Power rank NBA teams not making the playoffs. Your Sacramento Kings. The Bulls aren't making the playoffs. They're like 3-16.
Were they supposed to have had a good team this year?
No. They traded away Jimmy Butler. They lost Rondo. They bought out.
Where's Jimmy Butler? Minnesota or something weird like that?
Yeah.
Is Minnesota good this year?
I think so. Dwayne Wade. They let him go. If Dave Meltzer rated your stream, how many stars would he really give you? And what would be the reason it's not a 5-star stream? Well, I mean, you see how many botches there are in our stream.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I don't think he'd call us a dud, but it'd be like, 2.5.
Like a 3-star.
Do you think 3?
Stream.
Okay.
Yeah. 2.5, 3-star. That seems fair.
Okay, that sounds good.
Yeah, Stolpa says 2.6.
Mm-hmm. The Raptors seem to be on the downside of this one. Really? They were hot crap last year.
Yeah,
I thought they said it was going to be good again.
They could never, break through. It didn't seem like.
Break on through to the other side.
Alex, see, maybe Meltzer is all those people talking in the comments how Steve is always eating and being on his phone.
Yeah, I know. He probably is. This is a post show, man.
You get on me about not engaging with the audience. I'm playing the guitar, which is for me a way to entertain the audience.
Stop yelling at me.
And you're derping on your phone over there.
You're just yelling at me all day long.
Power rank Oceans Pacific #1.
Yeah, probably Pacific #1, right?
Yeah, it's the largest.
Okay. You got Hawaii in it.
Yeah, I hear that's nice.
The coast of California is on it.
It's spectacular.
Against it. Japan, from what I understand, is in it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Pacific has to be #1.
Yeah, it's Pacific.
Number 2.
I don't know much about other oceans.
Well, I know there's the Atlantic. And
Well,
that's large as well.
How many oceans are there? 5?
Yeah, I believe so.
The Pacific, Atlantic, Indian,
Arctic.
Well, Arctic's got to be number 5. Nobody wants to get in that.
I don't know. There's a lot of hurricanes in the Atlantic. And I understand there's typhoons in the Pacific, but you don't hear about them as much.
Right, yeah. We're usually
at least here in the States.
Yeah, no, it's a good point. We're usually pretty chill in terms of that.
Yeah.
So Atlantic and 5.
I can only speak for our experience here in America.
Oh, I love the Pacific.
Yeah, Pacific's great.
It's great. What else is there? Why would the Indian be 2?
A lot of East Coasters, I'm guessing, supporting the Atlantic Ocean.
Look, man, just because it's the name of a freaking magazine doesn't mean...
It's a good magazine, too.
Yeah, it is a good magazine. Powering Midwest states.
Oh, I like this question.
You can go ahead. I don't really have a lot of experience in the Midwest. God, I'm sorry. I sound so disgusting.
I can only base it on my experience. I haven't been to a lot of Midwest states, but I've been to a number of them.
Okay.
And based on my experience, I put Wisconsin #1.
Oh, wow.
Madison, Wisconsin is a fun town. Milwaukee is the home of Miller Brewing Company.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of sausages there, and if you like cheese, they have tons of that.
Cool.
So I'd put Wisconsin #1.
Yeah, the cheese, yeah.
Yeah.
I like cheese.
I'll put Illinois #2 because I hear Chicago's a great town. My brother vouches for Chicago.
Yeah.
I have never been apart from just being in the airport. But my brother vouches for the quality of Chicago, so Chicago's or Illinois #2.
Okay, that's good.
#3.
Is Michigan considered
I think so.
Midwest?
But I've never been there.
Never been there either, but you know.
I've been to the Dakotas. I've been
Detroit
to
kind of fascinates me.
I've been to Minnesota.
Yeah.
I'll put South Dakota #3. Mm-hmm. It's a state close to my heart because I have family there. Been there numerous times. A lot of wide open space.
Yeah.
Sioux Falls is a nice city.
All right, that's good. Official Fahad. If you don't do a wrestling podcast, what kind of podcast would you do? Star Trek podcast.
Music.
But if it was you and I, it was both of us, what would we do?
Music.
Probably like a movie one.
Okay.
You could
Pop
do a
culture
music one. Oh, God. Hey, everybody, new Infinity War trailer. Blah. Nah, man, let's talk about movies that are good.
Well, that might be a good movie.
You really want to talk about Infinity War, or would you
Not
rather
terribly.
talk about freaking what's better, Goodfellas or Godfather?
Phantom Thread. Let's talk about that.
What?
It's a new PTA movie.
Oh, yeah. Have I
not out
watched the
yet.
trailer? Yeah, I watched the trailer for that.
Yeah.
Can we just do a podcast about There Will Be Blood?
Okay. It all come back around to me not liking the second to last scene.
I watched Looper again the other day.
Yeah.
Such a good movie.
It's a good movie.
But it's so random.
Yeah. It's two movies mashed together.
You know what I feel like? It totally is. You know what I feel like? I feel like he had a great idea. And he got to the cafe scene where Bruce Willis talks to younger Bruce Willis, Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
Yeah.
And after that scene, he was like, I have no idea where this is going to go.
Telekinesis.
Let me write a really quick throwaway reference to it early in the script, so it looks like I knew what I was doing over here, and then the second half of the movie is going to be all telekinesis and that little kid, the Rainmaker Okada.
Mm-hmm.
But beyond that, God damn it, that's such a fun movie.
Yeah, it is a fun movie. It is a fun movie. The opposite of Sunshine, which is two movies mashed together, is not a fun movie.
Right, I know. And I'm kind of legit bummed about that because I really wanted to like it.
A lot of people really like that movie.
That's crazy.
I don't understand it. I want to talk about pizza here in chat.
Did you ever see any of those VHS movies? The anthology horror series?
I think I started watching one. Didn't we start watching one at your house?
Well, I know we watched
Years ago.
at least one entire one at my house.
Okay.
Maybe you sat through the entire thing.
I don't know.
They're not terribly good.
No.
But there was one really, really cool concept in one of them in which the bad guy, and I forget, I think they can only see him through video cassette or something like that.
One, yeah.
And the entire time he's pixely.
Yeah, I remember that.
That was such a great idea.
Yeah,
and then he
it's not a
kind
bad
of, it was kind of used in Sunshine where like the bad guy would be very obscured.
Yeah.
But I felt like it didn't work. I'm like, there's no reason for him to be like that.
Oh, I know. Power rank movies you know are terrible, but you absolutely love. I know we're terrible. Oh, Johnny Dangerously.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's a Michael Keaton comedy.
Yeah, okay.
It's not a good movie, but I love it. Love it. Joe Piscopo.
I don't know. I mean,
who was it? Alan Hale? He played the skipper?
Oh, I mean, Ace Ventura 2.
Isn't that who it was from Gilligan's Island?
I don't know.
I think it was his name. Don't mind me.
No, that's fine. Ace Ventura 2 is like one of my favorite comedies. I don't know how well it might hold up though.
Oh yeah, Skipper from Gilligan's Island.
Oh yeah, he was in Johnny Dangerously.
Yeah, he was a police dispatcher. Yeah, Johnny Dangerously.
Yes, Alex Knight, you're going to be removed as a patron if you say you like pineapple on your pizza.
Oh no, it's good.
No, you're out.
Don't be ashamed of that.
You're out.
Strange Brew. That's a great movie. I mean, it probably isn't, but I love it.
No, I don't think I've ever seen it before.
Oh, it's great.
I've never really been into the Second City line of humor. You know,
no, that was SCTV.
Oh, I'm sorry. SCT. Yeah, Second City.
No, it was Canadian. No, it wasn't Second City then.
Second City is Chicago.
Yeah. That was a Canadian thing.
What's SC?
I thought SCTV was the Canadian thing.
Hold on a second. Because that's Rick Moranis, right?
Yeah.
And John Candy.
Yeah.
I thought they were Second City.
No, I thought they did a thing up in
Second City. Yeah.
That just the TV thing was up in Canada. I didn't think it was the Second City thing.
CBC.
That's Canadian
Well,
broadcasting.
that's Canadian Broadcasting Company. Let's say Second City TV. That was that.
Yeah,
oh, that is out of Canada. Okay. For some reason I thought it was Chicago.
Well, that's the Second City like improv thing that's in Chicago.
Oh, is that okay?
Yeah.
Toronto's Second City Troupe.
Ah.
Oh, okay. So that's a program that runs out of Toronto and Los Angeles.
Have you ever tried a breakfast pizza? Think so?
Maybe.
I mean, you put a fried egg on most any food item, and I'll try it.
Yeah.
A lot of people get upset about pineapple on pizza. I'm fine with it. It's good.
Garbage.
You don't like pineapple across the board, though.
True. It's terrible.
Official Fahad.
But I like oranges. I'm not going to say put an orange on a pizza.
No, I understand that. Official Fahad, power rank places to go in New York because he plans on going there soon. We were there for like a weekend and had half a day to look around.
Okay, so if
go to Cat's Deli on the Lower East Side. They have great pastrami.
Yeah, I would go to.
So good.
If I can go there again, I would go to Ellis Island.
Yeah,
because I'm fascinated by the immigrant story type thing. You know?
No, I do that too.
If I could go again, I would do that.
We just walked around like a Wall Street stuff.
We're kind of not the people to ask about
went
that.
To the Ground Zero area.
Yeah, there's not really. I mean, it's kind of the vibe is kind of interesting there, but it's also kind of a
Central
bummer.
Park probably cool to look around.
Probably. We're honest. I'll be honest. We're not the people to ask.
No, I think it was probably more a question for chat.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Power rank Star Trek characters.
Oh, Picard. He's got to be up there. Picard was great. There's so many good ones.
I know, man. There's so many great characters.
Khan's great. Worf's great.
Spock's
Picard,
great.
Riker, Spock, Cisco.
Yeah. Oh, Cisco. Jeez. Jake and Captain.
Data was great.
Data might be my number one because his quest to be human was so fascinating.
Mm-hmm.
And they really did a good job with that on the show.
All right, how about this? Your favorite minor character from Star Trek? Any of the Star Treks?
Oh, man. Gul Dumat from Deep Space Nine.
No idea who that is.
So the main villain in Deep Space Nine was Gul Dukat, a Cardassian, the Cardassian general.
Yeah.
And I mean, that was... It was essentially an allegory for Nazi Germany. The Cardassians were basically Nazis, and the Bajorans were, essentially, the allegory would be they're the Jews. They're Jewish. Because the Cardassians essentially committed war crimes on them. And it didn't get as dark as saying it was like the Holocaust, but it kind of did. And there was an uprising, and they were able to beat back the Cardassians. And that was like sort of the story. And so when the Dominion War went down, there was a lot of machinations between like the Dominion were coming in and the Cardassians would align with them. Gul Dukat ended up kind of going crazy, and he was replaced by a dude named Gul Dumat, who you got to kind of see his ascent. The crazy thing about DS9 was that the writing was so complex. They had these sprawling plots that would involve characters that were, 20 deep on the bench, basically. And so Gul Dumat, he became a character who eventually became an alcoholic, and then he had to shrug it off and come back and lead again. And it's crazy that he was like a throwaway character who became a major piece of the pie, but they would handle these characters so freaking well. It was absolutely insane. So I'm going to say Gul Dumat. He was an alcoholic. And it was absolutely crazy. There was him, and then Jeffrey Combs played.
Yeah.
He played.
He was on several episodes of Next
He
Generation.
played a bunch of different characters.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's all great, man. Which Star Trek character do you have as the top guy in a wrestling promotion?
Oh, that's Worf.
It's Worf.
It's Worf.
It's Worf. He's the Braun Strowman of Star Trek. I got to start that podcast.
You really should.
I know way too. I mean, that's essentially why we started this wrestling podcast, because it's like, what do you know way too much about, and can speak on at like an expert level?
Yeah, that's you in Star Trek.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I'm gonna need a coffee before I start a stream.
Yeah. Anyways, we should probably get out of here. Actually, we got a lot to do today.
Stuff up.
Yeah. So thanks for watching, everybody.
Thanks for joining us, everybody. We'll see you Monday.
Or later on for our live stream today.
Oh, that's true. But for this stuff, Monday.